5 mysterious things you didn't know about Shay Cormac. In this video, I'm going to be discussing to you 5 things you didn't know about Shay Cormac that I found very mysterious. These things that you didn't know are probably things you didn't pick up on, or you turned a blind eye to it while you were playing Assassin's Creed Rogue. The 5 mysterious things I'm going to be talking about is Shay Cormac's life before joining the Assassins, the 3 people Shay Cormac only trusted, Shay Cormac's confusion and struggles with understanding the assassin principles, Shay Cormac's biggest regrets, and how Shay Cormac tracked down the precursor box to France. Now, without wasting any more time, let's get into the topic. The first mysterious thing you didn't know about Shay Cormac is Shay Cormac's life before joining the Assassins. Shay Cormac was born in 12 December 1731 in New York City to a family of Irish immigrants from Dublin, Ireland. Shay's mother died during childbirth, and Shay's father worked in the merchant marine, so you could say his father was absent from home a lot of times. So Shay was left to be raised by his aunt in a poor and dangerous neighborhood. Shay one day went to visit his father at the docks, and there he met an older boy named Liam O'Brien. The two became really good friends. Liam even taught Shay how to defend himself. When Shay was 8 years old, Shay was in a lot of fights to the point that he got a reputation as a brawler. At the same age, Shay's father brought Shay aboard his ship to work in the merchant marine job. Shay was always enthusiastic for an adventure, but there were times Shay missed his friend Liam. So Shay decided to work for his own wage in the merchant marine job. Shay began to train with a sword and pistol so he could join the crew in fending off pirates. There was an accident where Shay single-handedly faced down and shot a pirate captain, saving his ship. Then something terrible happened that Shay didn't expect. In 1747, a disaster struck at sea when a storm claimed many lives of Shay's crew, including his father. You can imagine the depression Shay went through after losing his father. After losing his father, Shay returned to New York City, wandering from one tavern to the next, starting one brawl after another. In 1748, Shay bumped into Liam and must have told him about his father's death. So Liam helped Shay recover from his depression so that he can get back on his feet. The two became inseparable. Liam then wanted Shay to have a purpose in life, so he introduced Shay to Achilles so he could become an assassin. Shay learned the ways of the assassins and they agreed. Then a year later, he joined the Brotherhood. The second mysterious thing you didn't know about Shay Cormac is Shay Cormac only trusted 3 people in Assassin's Creed Rogue. The first person Shay trusts is Liam O'Brien. The reasons are because Liam taught Shay self-defense when they were kids. Liam helped Shay through his depression that he was going through after he lost his father. Liam even gave him purpose by welcoming him to the Assassin Brotherhood. Shay and Liam would have conversations about anything like where are the beautiful women located, the missions they are doing, and personal stuff. The second person Shay trusted is Colonel Monroe. Shay trusted Colonel Monroe because, first of all, Colonel Monroe saved Shay from dying in sea since Shay was unconscious from the fall at the homestead. Shay and Monroe worked together to destroy toxic gases that were harbored in New York City by Hope Jensen that were going to be used against local authorities that could possibly also harm the populace in New York. Colonel Monroe revealed to Shay that he was a Templar after working with Shay for a year. Even after knowing Shay was an assassin, that day was risky. So that showed that trust was earned over a year. Shay even rushed to rescue Colonel Monroe and his men from Kesekawase and his men attacking them. Shay and Monroe held Fort Frederick together against the assassins. You can see that their partnership and friendship was really genuine. The third and last person Shay trusted was Christopher Guest. Shay trusted Guest because Guest remained loyal to him through all the tough situations they faced on sea, like all the legendary ship battles they encountered, the time they went up against Chevalier, the time at the Battle of Louisburg. Guest always provided Shay with good advice on ship battles and with improving the Morgan. Guest would help Shay feel better when Shay was sad after killing Hope. In a way, he would give him a shoulder to cry on, and he would always speak to him in a highly respectful way that he was honored to be by his side working with him. Guest did all this because Shay saved him from being hanged. The third mysterious thing you didn't know is Shay Cormac's confusion and struggles with understanding the assassin principles. Shay served the assassin order very well, but he had a lot of doubts about the morality of the assassin's actions. Shay once said to Liam, "Shouldn't we talk to the Templars like men instead of skulking around?" You can see Shay didn't get the point of killing them just because they are Templars. He needed a much more sufficient reason. Liam said to Shay that the Templars are murdering bastards that want to control the world and everyone in it. And Shay replied to that statement saying, "And we have nothing in common with that, of course." Shay was being sarcastic over there, trying to say that we too are murdering bastards, wanting to control everyone. Yet the creed commands them to protect the free will of the people, not control them. There was a time where Shay was commanded by Achilles and Liam to assassinate the Templar Lawrence Washington, and Shay was very disappointed in killing him since he was sick and was dying anyway. It seemed to Shay killing a dying, sickly man who's very helpless is a cruelty he didn't want to bestow upon him. Shay didn't get the senseless killing of Templars, like him killing James Wardrobe and Samuel Smith was really not necessary. Like, what did they do to deserve death by the assassins? That's probably what Shay kept asking himself. Killing people not knowing what bad deed they did was bothering Shay. What reinforced Shay's disagreement and doubts of the assassin ways was Achilles not trusting Shay by always sending Liam to supervise Shay. Liam and Chevalier keep secrets from Shay in the first mission goes to show the assassins don't trust Shay, and that must have infuriated Shay a lot after being part of the Order for 4 years. Chevalier constantly bullying Shay also made Shay feel that the Brotherhood is not a welcoming place for him, so this shows you that Shay was bound to betray or leave the Brotherhood at some point. The fourth mysterious thing you didn't know is Shay Cormac's biggest regrets. Shay regrets killing Lawrence Washington because Lawrence Washington was already dying since he had tuberculosis. Lawrence was coughing so much that he even couldn't stand properly or even walk properly. Shay for sure had second thoughts about killing Lawrence Washington. Shay even said, "Lawrence can barely stand. I hope you're right about him, Liam, because I'm about to kill a dying man." That there shows he wasn't happy with what he was about to do. When Shay killed him, he voiced his doubts to Liam, and Liam tried reassuring him that he did the right thing by killing him. Shay regrets killing Hope Jensen because Shay had a romantic interest towards Hope, and Hope did too. Hope could have killed Shay when she shot at the skylights where Shay fell through on the ground. At that moment when she took his gas mask, she could have assassinated him right then and there with the hidden blade, but she chose not to because she really did have feelings for him. When Shay killed Hope, his head was pointed down sad at what he did. He was on his knees so broken at what he did, not something we see from Shay. Shay even expressed how he felt about killing Hope to Christopher Gist. He was so sad. Shay regrets killing Liam because Liam has always been there for Shay, even at the time when he lost his father and was so depressed, drinking and fighting, but Liam helped him recover. Liam gave him purpose, something to focus on by joining the Brotherhood and focus on learning the assassin ways. Liam even taught Shay to defend himself at a young age, so Shay killing Liam really hurt him a lot. Shay regrets causing the earthquake at Lisbon, Portugal, because thousands of innocent people died, and he managed to escape, yet he caused it, and he has to live with that. Shay even barged in the room Achilles was in, blaming him for what had happened, and even went far by betraying the Brotherhood. That shows how guilty he felt by the innocents all gone like that. The fifth and final mysterious thing you didn't know is how Shay Cormac tracked down the precursor box to France. Now, before I explain, I need you to understand that this is my theory of how Shay Cormac tracked down the precursor box. In the second to last mission, where Shay assassinated Liam, Liam told Shay while Liam was shooting at Shay that Chevalier took care of hiding the precursor box and that he'll never find it. I just found out when you're reading Chevalier's story in the Assassin's Creed Rogue menu, Chevalier planned a trip to France, and he was supposed to go in 1761, but he couldn't since he was killed by Shay in 1760. I'm guessing Achilles ordered Chevalier to deliver the precursor box to the French assassin so Shay doesn't get his hands on it, since Achilles could see how deadly and capable Shay is since he killed Hope, Kisakawase, Adiwali, and Le Chasseur. Chevalier must have told Achilles he'll leave for France in 1761 since it would take time to plan such a long journey to France. So Achilles and Liam went on ahead to find the precursor artifact, and Achilles ordered Chevalier to go to France, but Chevalier must have stayed behind to attack Shay since he knew he'll come after Achilles and Liam. But before Chevalier faced off against Shay, he must have sent smugglers to deliver the precursor box to the French assassins. Now, the smugglers must have delivered the box in 1761, so the French assassins had the precursor box for 15 years and must have been studying it. Now, how did Shay know the precursor box was in France? My theory is that Shay asked James Cook to find information about who Chevalier's smugglers, because in the first mission of the game, Liam told Shay that they were accompanying Chevalier to meet some smugglers, so that gave Shay the assumption that Chevalier sent smugglers to send the precursor box somewhere safe. It must have taken James Cook years to find the smugglers who work for Chevalier, and James ended up finding it. He must have told Shay the names of the smugglers and where to find them. Shay found them and interrogated them on where the precursor box is, and they must have told him it's in France with the French assassins, and they delivered it in 1761. When Shay found the smugglers, it must have been in 1775. Shay probably asked them the name of the assassin they delivered the precursor box to. They told Shay the name, and Shay went to France. He found the French assassin and interrogated him, and that assassin told Shay that the precursor box is going to be given to an assassin, Charles Dorian, in the palace of Versailles. So Shay needed Benjamin Franklin's help to get in the palace since he is an American ambassador. Then Shay found Charles Dorian, killed him, and took the box. When Shay arrived in France, interrogated the French assassin, and killed Charles Dorian, it all happened in 1776. I see why Hatham Kenway sent Shay to find the box, because he realized he has a skill of finding things that are impossible to find. This is my theory, and I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching until the end of this video. Comment down below the other mysterious things that I didn't know about Shay Cormac. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I'll be uploading more videos like this in the coming days.